So I just shot 6 minutes of this fucking video and hit a fucking YouTube fucking notification that fucking fucked my video. So here we go again. Alright, so I just had a real interesting conversation. I'm going to talk about some of my dating experience over the last week, some do's and don'ts for men that I have figured out over the last couple weeks, some things that have worked for me. Nothing's really working. I think I've dated for the last month, ever since I decided to quit going out and getting rejected on purpose. I decided to start getting rejected unintentionally through dating. So, I had a conversation with Brittany Bremer tonight, a really good fucking conversation. She wrote this exhaustive list of do's and don'ts for dating, for men and for women. She sent it to me while she was here, and I have to go through and kind of organize it. So I'm going to speak on hers because I think it was actually really fucking eye-opening talking to a woman and getting her perspective. We had a fucking deep, open, she is an intelligent, sweet woman, and we had a very deep and open conversation about both sides of this dating shit, and it was eye-opening. So the first thing I'm going to say, that my biggest takeaway from that interaction tonight, right now, my biggest takeaway was, okay, ladies, if a guy's into you, he wants to fuck you. Alright, so even if we like your personality and we like your looks, our minds go straight to our fucking pants. Now, women have a hard time differentiating the guys who just want to fuck them and the guys who want to fuck them because they like them. I'm making an ass out of myself. So, which I didn't fucking realize, I guess. I'm looking at it from a perspective as if I'm getting into a woman, I fucking, like, what the fuck are we doing talking still or whatever? That sounds fucked. I don't know how to edit these, so we're not going to edit that out. So, apparently there's just a bunch of guys that lie to women just get their dicks wet, which is one of the things I think that we need to be careful of as guys, is we need to have some self-control. I think a high-value man has options he does not utilize. Okay, so he has options, sexual options, that he does not fucking utilize. And that shows self-control. That might show a little value in a man and a green flag for women on that. So, anyways, I think this is what I've picked up the last maybe month, off and on, talking to women. And I do this with this one, overstate chivalry. I do this with my women friends. So if I've got a woman friend, I'll open the fucking door for her. Like, I overstate that shit so fucking ridiculously. And I think it needs to be fucking done because I think it's a lost art. I think that we've weeded that out. But remember, there's a fucking straight line between open the door for her and don't punch her in the fucking face. So let's keep chivalry around. Let's over-fucking-state it. I wrote a list, so I'm looking at this fucking list. Lead the interaction. I think you need to lead an interaction. If you're talking to a woman, if you're hanging out with a woman, if you're in any romantic sense, I think you need to lead that interaction as a man. And that goes along, and that does not mean send her pictures of your fucking penis if y'all have not had sex. I can't edit this. So that does not mean sending fucking dick pics. That is not leading an interaction. It's being a fucking idiot with no social fucking cues. But that also goes along, so to lead the interaction, I think, goes along with setting boundaries early on and playing with dynamics. So what keeps a man from becoming controlling in a dating scenario, in a romantic scenario, in a relationship scenario, in a marriage, in any kind of a scenario like that with a woman, is he sets boundaries early on. That way he is not controlling, he's not acting crazy throughout, and he stands by his boundaries. Okay, there's some things I believe in. If she crosses your boundaries, you should remind her in a loving, kind way about your boundaries. If she continues to cross them, say goodbye. And that's what keeps men from becoming controlling, abusive assholes, is sticking to fucking boundaries and knowing what their boundaries are going to be going into the dating. And the playing with the dynamics, play with the lead. Take the lead, see how she takes that. See how she responds to that, because that's going to be important too. It depends on what kind of relationship. But I think as men, we need to be leading anyways, and I think that playing with that dynamic can kind of show you some things early on. All right, come from a true place of abundance. If you talk to pickup artists from the early 90s, 2000s, read the books, watch videos, they tell men not to come across desperate, and the way to do that is to talk to a whole bunch of different fucking women at once. But I think that if we reframed that, that's like putting 6 fucking TVs on the wall, watching all those fucking movies at once, and then one person asks you about one fucking movie, you don't know what the fuck you're saying because you watched 6 goddamn movies. You didn't really pay attention to fucking one of those movies. So I think a better way to reframe that would be to come from a place of abundance in your life. Be building a life that you are comfortable with, that you love, and it takes your time. So you're not coming across as fucking desperate. Put the porn away. I think that's going to be my best dating advice. Absolutely put the fucking porn away. If you're single, put the fucking porn away. If you guys want, I think porn could be kind of constructive in a relationship sometimes. It can kind of be fun, but that's also going to really depend on your relationship and your communication. But put the porn away if you're a guy, because you're not going to be having the fire to hunter-gatherer with porn, right? So let's shave, let's develop some charisma, some cheesy jokes or something. Let's do something to attract a woman so we can hopefully put some work in to see a woman naked. Because if we get this habit on our phones, we're not going to be really putting our energy where we need it to be put. Quit pandering to women. We need to quit pandering. I see so many fucking guys on Facebook, okay? So I will look at a guy and I'll see he's got 10. There was a moment in my life where I was single. I'm single, but there was a moment in my life where I was like, oh my God, I want all hot girls on my Facebook. So I go through friends you may know. Every hot chick, I just fucking friended her, right? So I will look at these guys. I'll notice, because I think we all stalk people on Facebook sometimes. Without giving too much away, though, I will look at some of these guys that are hearting these pictures, right? And I'll look and they'll have like 10 mutual friends. No, all be attractive women, and they hearted every one of these women's pictures last 2 days. So guys, quit fucking doing that shit. Quit being a fucking pussy. Quit pandering to women. It's actually, you're giving away validation for free. Okay? You give validation to a woman, and it's got to be a reciprocal thing. Okay? So I put on here to demand reciprocation. And that sounds harsh, but I think as men, we need to demand reciprocation. And ladies, that white napkin better be pretty fucking big. Okay? Because a lot of us are dumbing ourselves down not to look creepy. So, guys, quit pandering to women. Quit fucking calling yourself a feminist to get laid. Quit whatever the fuck weak-ass bullshit you're doing, because it's a fucked up fucking feminine mating strategy. Okay, that was it. I think I ran through my list. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to get to Brittany Bremer's list tomorrow night. I have to pick it apart. It's getting late. I have to just kind of organize it, and she's got a lot of shit for men and women. Slightly from a more emotional aspect, which is great, because that's going to show, that shows a whole other side of this fucking dating thing, right? And if you are in a relationship right now, I can't edit this. I already said that. That fucking sucks. I'm no one to give relationship advice, but I heard this great quote. It said, when you win an argument, you lose a relationship. So keep that in mind. Y'all have a good fucking night.